London Uncovered, as we are moving on to a new episode. And today we are talking about the gunk of gossip. Yes, they say knowledge is power. And research shows our ancestors used to gossip as a social tool to garner support, leverage, and a tool to bond with others or to isolate those who are not cooperating in the group. They say gossip comes in two types, good and bad. The good serve the interest of the group, and the bad serves the interest of an individual at the expense of others. And we can see the most popular areas of gossips are school, offices, and the internet. And at this point, not to confuse gossip with rumors, for rumors are pieces of information or a story that has not been verified. So why do people gossip? The reasons are many, but some of them are to feel better, to feel accepted, to gain attention, to gain power, to gain revenge, or just simply to relieve boredom. And let's see what are the harmful effects of gossip. Some of the harmful effects of gossip are mistrust, the spreading of lies, tarnished reputation, breaks confidentiality, ruins relationship. It undermines credibility and creates a toxic workplace. So what can be done about it? Experts say that you should make an intentional decision that you're not going to gossip. Don't listen to others when they gossip. Avoid triggering situations. Be careful who you vent to. Learn to change the subject when gossip comes up. And one poet puts it very beautifully. My name is gossip. I have no respect for justice. I maim without killing. I break hearts and ruin lives. I'm cunning and malicious and gather strength with age. The more I'm quoted, the more I'm believed. My victims are helpless. They cannot protect themselves against me because I have no name and no face. To track me down is impossible. The harder you try, the more elusive I become. I am nobody's friend. Once I tarnish a reputation, it is never the same. I topple governments and wreck marriages. I ruin careers and cause sleepless nights, heartaches and indigestion. I make innocent people cry in their pillows. Even my name hisses. I am called gossip. I make headlines and headaches. Before you repeat a story, ask yourself, is it true? Is it harmless? Is it necessary? If it isn't, don't repeat it. And let's see, who do we have next? And he's none other than Nigel. Good morning, Nigel.
Good morning, Sanjay.
Tell us, What are your thoughts on gossip?
Well, gossiping can sometimes be a good thing because it's good for people to talk to one another about various subjects, get things off their chest. But then again, when the gossiping starts to be directed at a certain person or it's malicious gossip, then it can be a bad thing. So as they say, gossip costs lives, and sometimes it can really cost people's lives when other people gang up on them through idle chit-chat and gossip.
So, what can one do about it, Nigel?
When you are gossiping, be careful about what you're saying about other people. Don't talk behind people's backs. Be honest with everyone, and then no one gets hurt.
Nigel, what message would you give to everyone?
I'd say be honest with one another, and don't talk behind people's backs, and everything will be nice.
Nigel, thank you once again. As always, a pleasure.
Right, thank you very much.
And let's see what Chris has to say about it. Good evening, Chris.
Evening.
Tell us, what are your thoughts on gossip?
Gossip. Oh, wow. Well, if there's any gossip about you, then you got to be quite important. If they want to talk stuff about maybe things that aren't true behind your back, if they're talking about you, then you're probably still relevant in some way, and they want to pass things on about you, whether it's true or whether it's untrue. And gossip can be quite untrue and hurtful, and go round into different circles. And I've known it before, where sort of things are the truth, and then the truth gets expanded and turns into a lie. So sometimes gossip is good, sometimes gossip is very hurtful.
So tell us, what can one do about it?
Everyone gets together and has a gossip about someone. Oh, did you see what he done last week? Did you see what she was doing? You know, this is what people talk about, and if that makes them feel better, that's up to them. It's whether they want to believe it or not, or anything like that. But I could say something to you, you could then pass it on to somebody else, and it snowballs and turns into something that it wasn't in the first place.
What message would you give to everyone, Chris?
About gossip in general?
Yes.
About gossip in general. I can't stop anybody from having a gossip. If people want to talk stuff, let them talk stuff. It's up to you how you want to take it, and let it shrug you off, or if it affects you in any other way. But people are going to talk. That's the way it is.
Chris, as always, a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No worries.
And let's see what Abdullah has to say about it. Good morning, Abdullah.
Hey, good morning, Sanjay.
Tell us, what does gossip mean to you?
Well, gossip is like talking to each other 24/7. If you are getting bored, you can talk to anyone, anywhere. Like today, we are living in the technology world, so we use the phone, so we gossip to each and everyone. And yep, that's it.
Tell us, what is good or bad gossip?
Well, the bad and the good, because the teenagers, they're using the abusing languages and with the chit chat, so it's not good for like the community and the environment. But they are, when they will growing up, like crossing the teenage, so it's like the mentality is different rest of the teen. So they're talking good and they realize the environment. So that's the thing. My mentality is that same.
What message would you give to everyone, Abdullah?
Well, I give the message to everyone: keep gossip, and keep gossip, because if you can't talk to each other, your life is never going so far. So keep attached to everyone, your family, your relative, and everyone. That's it. Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you, Abdullah. That was amazing. And let's see, who do we have next? And he's none other than Tom. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Sanjay.
Tell us, what are your thoughts on gossip?
Gossip is something that everybody does in various forms, and I think it's a part of the human condition and society. Whether you're at work, whether you could be picking your kids up from school, there's always a topic of the day that maybe somebody's done, hearsay that somebody has heard someone else has done, and it's human nature to talk about it. I think that's just the way it is. Gossip is a part of who we are.
Tom, tell us, is gossip good or bad?
I think gossip is good in principle, but the thing with gossip is that it can lead to other things when you take it too far. So, it can turn malicious, and that's not good. I tend to think of things like banter as being a good thing. And then, if somebody has a misfortune, you can see the funny side. But when you're actively trying to demean that person, then it's not good for them, and it may make you feel good, but generally that's not a good thing. That's a negative. So that's how it is.
What message would you give to everyone, Tom?
Yeah, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I gossip with my friends, family, and my work colleagues. But like I say, there's a fine line between having a laugh at someone else's expense, which is okay, and tipping into being, the bitchy about it and malicious and spreading falsehoods and that sort of thing. And that's obviously when you're taking it too far. So just keep the balance.
Tom, it's been amazing. Thank you once again. And let's see what Lai has to say about it. Good evening, Lai.
Hi, good evening, Sanjay.
Tell us, what are your thoughts on gossip?
Well, I think sometimes gossip can be good, depending on what the gossip is about. It's a good way to find out information, but it can also turn malicious, and also depends on the things that are going around, and it depends on the person and the subject as well. So it can be a good way to find out things, but it can also be very hurtful if it's untrue things being said about people.
So what can people do about it?
There's not really a lot we can do about it. It will always go. It'll just people are just. It comes naturally to a lot of people, and I don't think it'll ever change. It's just a part of life, and we just have to get used to it.
What message would you give to everyone, Lai?
Try not to gossip too much, but if you do, try not to spread lies about people. And that's it. I can't really think of anything else. Just try not to be malicious towards people.
Lai, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Sanjay.
And let's see, who do we have next? And he's none other than Pastor Dennis. Good afternoon, Pastor Dennis.
Very good afternoon to you. How are you?
Tell us, what are your thoughts on gossip?
To be honest with you, gossiping is something, I would say a destroyer in this world. You don't know me and you don't know my life, and you are talking about me. It's something so bad that I don't like it to happen in any way.
So what can one do about it?
Yeah, we have to be, be careful about whatever we are thinking about somebody. You don't know me, as I said, and you are talking about me. So you have to know the person, exactly what is happening before you intervene. Just don't jump into the conclusion, because it's not something good.
What message would you give to everyone?
I would tell everyone that is a very bad habit in the world, the spirit which is, destroying people. As I said, you don't know me and you are talking about me. So it's something that we should stop. It's not good at all to talk about people. That's my message to the world.
Pastor Dennis, as always, a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
As we come to the end of this episode, and we've been talking about the gunk of gossip, and we have seen that how the most dangerous part about gossip is that it steals another person's reputation. For when we gossip, we are helping to destroy something extremely valuable. And the effects of gossiping are devastating. They bring about psychological burnout, depression, anxiety, aggression, and even psychosomatic ailments. And some people can use gossip to capitalize on others' misfortunes and to use this against them during a time of vulnerability in order to advance the self-interest. We all know that it's a fact of life. Where there are groups, there will be gossip. It's how we are wired. But in the workplace, what's natural can also be harmful to morale, productivity, and career. And even the Bible warns us about gossiping. It says those who guard their tongues keep themselves from calamity. So we must guard our tongues and refrain from this sinful act of gossip. And one author puts it very beautifully, and he says, "Do I care? You talk with barbed words, seeking to pierce me. You don't know me. Do I care? What you say? Not really, for I know me."